welcome to the Bender Bunker, and boy, I sure love playing me some B-Bender guitar. It just can't be beat on some days when you just feel like you gotta twang it out and get some pedal steel in there as well. It's just hard to beat the B-Bender. And so that leads us to the title of this video. Maybe you like watching B-Bender players, maybe that's why you're here. I hope that might be one of the reasons here in the Bender Bunker. But from what I found out from a lot of the emails I've been receiving from viewers over the last year, and some of the forums I've been frequenting, there's a lot of folks that are just on that proverbial fence about getting a B-Bender. They just can't quite take the plunge. And so what I've done is I've done some extensive research on behalf of you, the viewer and potential B-Bender player, and I've kind of distilled down some of the top concerns you may have about taking that B-Bender plunge. And what this video hopes to do is address those one by one to see if I can't knock you off the fence and get you to take the B-Bender plunge. So, if that sounds good to you, I am going to go over them at a rather fast pace, but hopefully I'll cover most of your main concerns and see if I can't talk you into joining me here in the B-Bender world. And there'll also be some more B-Bender playing to illustrate certain points. So if you're looking for that, stay tuned because there's plenty of that coming as well. All right, stand by because we're going to find out once and for all what's stopping you. Here we go. Well, all right, let's get started and go over some of the main concerns folks have that may be considering a B-Bender. Before I do, please indulge me. I'm going to have a small rant, right? This rant, unfortunately, is going to be at Fender Guitars. And Fender, I just don't understand why you chose to drop the ball on having Bender systems in your production line or easily available for folks buying, especially Telecasters. I know you had a Fender Telecaster a few years back in the production line. I know because I rented it, and I'll cover that in a second. But you drop that. You don't currently have an easy way to put a Bender on a guitar. You don't make it easy for Fender owners to do anything like that. And when you had that Telecaster with the Bender system and it in the production line, I gotta be honest, I thought you did a horrible marketing job. I never saw any videos on it. I never saw you push it. I never saw you get that Bender model in the hands of artists with visibility. Never saw you get it on recordings so people go, wow, what's that? You just didn't utilize the marketing tools I see you utilize all the time when you're pushing your other products. Mystery to me. I just don't understand it. And why? Because not having the option to have a Bender system, whether it be a B, G, or whatever on a Telecaster especially, in my mind is akin to not offering the floating bridge tremolo system on a Stratocaster. I mean, you just wouldn't think of it. I mean, you got to have at least the option of having a whammy bar on a Strat. And why? Because the whammy bar on a Strat with that floating bridge allows you to express yourself through the instrument in ways you just simply can't do without the whammy bar. Well, that's my point. A Bender allows you to express yourself on a fixed bridge guitar in ways that you just can't without it. And at the end of the day, isn't that what this is all about? We're trying to express ourselves through our instruments the best way we can, speak a language through music, and the best way to speak the language as well as you can is to have the largest vocabulary you can. And that's what a tremolo bar helps with a Strat, that's what Bender systems can help with teles and fixed bridge guitars. It gives you a larger vocabulary to express yourself. So why Fender has basically abandoned it after marketing it so poorly before, again, a mystery to me, especially when you have like a recent release of the Brad Paisley signature model. I get that it's a lower cost-effective guitar made in Mexico, all that, but you don't offer an option for a G-Bender. And Brad, pretty much as far as I can tell, has a G-Bender, and his fans know this, on every Telecaster he owns. Even his vintage ones, including his main 68 Paisley, he's got a G-Bender system on there. So why you don't offer it as an option, again, that's you, Fender, missing the marketing opportunity because Brad has such a large visibility with his audience base to introduce Bender systems back in effectively to your lineup. So there you go. Just don't get it. That's my rant. Which leads us to the actual production model they had. I rented that before I ever had a Bender system. I was able to rent that here in Texas for a month. And that is ultimately the guitar that pushed me over the edge to go ahead and have a Bender system installed on my Telecaster. But what I learned from that experience, and what I'll share with you because you probably have this concern, is that particular model I rented, the production Tele they had from Fender, was insanely heavy, way too heavy. I would never own that guitar. It hurt my shoulder after like 15-20 minutes. Whatever they were doing with their Bender system was probably just way too much weight for that Telecaster, because I've never played a Telecaster without a Bender that was that weight. So it definitely was involving the Bender system and that weight problem. Also, regardless of the Bender, regardless of the weight, I just didn't like that Telecaster. It wasn't for me, so I was never going to own that guitar simply because I didn't enjoy playing the guitar, Bender or otherwise. So what I'm trying to tell you is one of the things that may be stopping B-Bender players from taking the plunge is they are really hard to find all set up and ready to go in a guitar you're going to love playing right out of the gate. So what I recommend is the path I went on. Go ahead and find the guitar, in my case a Telecaster. Go ahead and find the guitar that just makes you happy. Don't worry about the B-bender. Do you like playing that guitar? Can you visualize playing that guitar for the years to come? Does it make you happy? If it does, great. Buy that one and then have the system put into it. Don't wait and try and find that all-in-one system out there in the used or new marketplace, because they're really hard to come by. And in terms of the weight, talk to your B-bender installer. There's a bunch of them. I had mine done by Forrest Jr. It's the routing system that you've seen before probably. And that was the very first video I ever shot for this channel, a review of the Forrest Jr. system installed. Direct link there if you want to come back to it later. Talk to your installer, the aftermarket installer you go with. Say, hey, how much weight do you think this is going to add to the overall weight of my guitar once it's installed? The Forrest Jr. system I have, I didn't really notice a weight difference. It was pretty much the same weight as when I sent it. So that, but that's something that is a concern, because it has been my experience they can get a little weighty with the wrong system installed. So talk to your installer and see, if they're going to be adding weight. And then as you search for that guitar to have it installed on, maybe go with a lighter guitar to compensate for that. All right, so again, first objection to overcome is maybe just don't hold out and try and find that all-in-one already installed system, because they are few and far between. Find the guitar you love, that you would love to play with or without a bender, and have it installed from there. All right, the next roadblock I'd like to address are folks that like watching B-bender guitar get played. They are very interested in them, but at the end of the day, they think I probably don't need one because I just don't play that much country and western. And I'm here to tell you that's an unfortunate stereotyping of the B-bender and G-bender systems. And I'll take my share of the blame on that. Obviously, if you stop by the Bender Bunker here for B-bending action, it's almost always of the twangy nature, because that's just the way I choose to express myself. And that goes back to my previous point, using a bender system to express yourself in any genre you want. I just happen to express it more in a twang variety, but that's just me. If you get a bender system, you get to play any genre you want and have that extra vocabulary that a bender system will allow you. So I've come up with a couple of quick things to just illustrate that point and get some actual B-bender playing in this video. So the first one's kind of a chordal ambient thing, and go ahead and take it away, future me. Was a touch on the dreamy side, but you're saying, hey, Bender Bunker, I'm an electric blues player. I mean, I enjoy B-bender, but I just don't see what it's going to do for me. And I say, are you sure? There's no reason to limit yourself to twang playing, any kind of playing with a bender system. I mean, that's up to you, whatever genre you want to play. Again, it just increases your vocabulary. I mean, much like a Stratocaster with that whammy bar, subtle jazz touches, ambient craziness, dive bombs for heavy metal, the bender systems on a Telecaster or a fixed bridge guitar, it's just limited to the imagination of the user. So be careful in the stereotyping and don't think, well, I like bender, but I don't need one because I'm not really a country player. Because I just don't think those rules apply. All right, this next one involves visual aids. Who knew? One of the most common misconceptions I see about having a B-bender installed on your guitar is that people are very concerned that just in the ordinary course of playing or holding their hand on it or the weight on their shoulders when they move around is going to send their guitar out of pitch because the bender system will be inadvertently activated. And I'm here to dispel that rumor once and for all. And the way we're going to do that is I'm going to hit this B note, this B string, and you'll see there on my tuner it's in pitch. Now if I activate the bender a little bit, you'll see it go sharp on the screen. There it goes, see? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hit the B note, and I'm going to let it go to pitch, and then I'm going to move around, bounce around a little bit, and you see if it changes pitch. Here we go. Here's a B note. There you go. I feel silly, but hopefully it's put your mind at ease. Next thing we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hit a B note again. There we go. I am resting my fret hand on the guitar like I normally would in between songs, having a beer. The weight of my arm is completely held up by the guitar. It's not changing the pitch. Alright, so unless you have an improperly adjusted B-bender system, I think we can pretty much put this one to bed. Don't worry about it. You get to move around, you get to rest your arm, all the things you're used to doing, and you're really not going to have a problem with it inadvertently going out of tune. Trust me on that one. Okay, the props are gone. Who knew we'd ever have props in the bender bunker? That's some production values right there. Let's just sum things up and get you on out of here so you can start your own bender journey, because hopefully we have done enough to push you off that proverbial fence. But again, if you're thinking about a bender, I would not hold out for the perfect guitar with the system already installed, because there's no real production models currently available. They don't come up that often on the used market, and when they do, you're really rolling the dice like you do any purchase over the internet. I've sent more guitars back than I've kept, just the nature of the beast. And so I would recommend just really finding a guitar that makes you happy, as I did with this Telecaster. You know, you love the way it sounds, the way it plays, the neck feels right, and then when you install a bender system on top of it, you're just enhancing a guitar you already love. I think it's a great way to go. It worked for me. Again, you have a couple of different bender install options. I went the more traditional routed system, you know, with the shoulder pull. That kind of thing. Mr. Paisley goes a different route. He doesn't route as much. He's got a whole different thing going. I think, honestly, we are in a golden age of installs. You know, when I first started thinking about doing a bender was probably 6 years ago, long before I even had one installed. There really wasn't that much to choose from, and there's a lot of installers available now. So, you know, find one that works for you, that does a system you like, and then work with them directly. They can also address any weight issues you may have, you know, because a bender will bring some extra weight to the guitars. Not all bender systems are going to weigh exactly the same. And so if you have a concern about weight, talk it over with them. Find the installer and the system that works for you. Unfortunately, I will be upfront. I don't know anything about the palm benders or the different kind of benders. I only know the permanent shoulder pull ones, so I won't be much help on any questions you have related to other bender systems that don't involve a shoulder pull. And then also don't worry about, again, that everybody gets a little too concerned about that B string going out of tune just inadvertently while you move around and play open chords. Hopefully the props that I brought in have demonstrated that a properly installed system, that's really just not going to be an issue. And then finally, our new motto, I guess, no limitations. You know, just because you get a bending system installed on your guitar, you don't have to twang. It's not required by law. There's no license that says you have to twang. We just choose to do so here in the bender bunker because that's what makes us happy. But you get a bender system involved and play any genre of music you want to play, because like a tremolo system or a wah pedal or anything else, a bender system is just going to give you extra vocabulary to express yourself in any language you want to speak through your instrument. That's all it's really about. And so finally, if you do get a B-bender, we hope you do stop by here on the Bender Bunker, because we like to post as many bender-related videos as we can. Again, they are a bit on the twangy side, but if viewers want to see other styles, just put it in the comments and let me know what kind of styles you'd like to see, and I'll see what I can come up with. I wasn't able to find any honest-to-God bender teachers in my area on Craigslist or whatever, what have you, so it's just really been kind of learning as you go and posting these videos, and hopefully others find them helpful. And if you did, maybe this is the time to give it a like there on the button. And if you have any other friends that are considering benders, share this video with them so they can check it out. And if this is the first time in the Bender Bunker and you don't want to forget about us, I urge you to hit that subscribe button now while you're thinking about it, because you'll be gone, I'll be gone here in a second, and it's just easy to forget about. So hit the subscribe button and you can keep full track of all the bender mayhem we are unleashing here in the bunker. And then that's about it. So I guess hopefully we've done enough to answer the question, so what's stopping you? If you have any other questions or concerns about bender systems I haven't covered, just put them in the comments and I'll do my best to get to them. But for now, we're going to end as we always end with the Bender Bunker motto. Say it with me if you know it. It is never too late to go on a bender, and I hope you do. And until next time, just do me a favor, keep it bent.